Linton. It is our absolute pleasure to welcome in on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline a national champion. Times two,
Yes.
Anna Camp-Bennett, this time the 1,500-meter national champion. Anna, it's great to have you on the show.
It's good to be here.
What does a champion think about the moment she crosses the finish line as the fastest in the entire country? What was going through your mind when you finished that 1,500 in first?
Oh, that's a really good question. Honestly, I think I was just super, obviously just super happy, but also overwhelmed with a lot of gratitude just because we actually got to be there and competing. And it's been so long since there'd been a track outdoor championship. And so overwhelmed with gratitude, a little bit of shock, just excitement, looking for Coach Taylor, oh, we did it.
When's the parade in Fillmore?
I don't know. I'll have to check with my Fillmore people.
Okay.
Now listen, Millard High School has some BYU history. Can you name the BYU basketball coach who coached at Millard?
Oh my goodness. I do know exactly who you're talking about, but his name's escaping me right now.
Dave Rose, right? You know.
Yes,
Dave Rose.
I'm I do know. I just forgot for a second.
His first gig was at Millard, so he now slides down to second in the most notable alumni that went to Millard after the no. What an accomplishment. And we've talked to you on the show before, and the amazing national championship in cross country, and your career has been amazing. And the world record of the mile dribbling a basketball, and now you add a national championship. Where does this rank in your life? I mean, this is a big deal.
I mean, I think it was just the perfect way to kind of top off my college track career. You can't ask for too much better than that. So it ranks pretty high.
You broke the school record 2 times in a row, running your personal best in your qualifier and in the national championship race. What was your mindset going into the week in Eugene?
Mindset-wise, I knew because Coach Taylor had told me, and because I've seen workouts and stuff, I knew that I had a chance to do something great. But so really it was just staying really present in the moment, staying present for each race, making sure those rounds are really tough. So making sure to get through each round. And then just really, really just attaching into the races, executing my race plan. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
That's fine by us.
Listen, yeah.
Yeah.
Epitomizes what you did in the final. So walk us through your race plan for that, because you kind of waited until the end to make your move.
Yeah, so in general, I like more of a sit and kick race. I just have always been that way since high school. They just seem to fare better for me. And so I knew that there was a lot of really, really talented women in that field, and that it would take a really good and smart race along with the fitness that I have to be able to do something great. And so, as the race started, I just tried to tuck into top 2 or 3. And I think I ended up in 5th for a little bit, but yeah, so just trying to tuck in there and sticking in it the last lap as people started to make their moves and go. And then I wanted to be the last one to make a move on that last 100 stretch. So it worked out well with how people raced and being able to be in the right position and being able to be the last one to make a move. So I was happy about that.
So once you make your move and you're in front and you realize that, I'm going to win. What's that moment like? And when did you realize, I'm going to win?
So about 100 to go, probably about actually 250 to go, I was like, I actually have a chance. This is real. This is happening. And then with the last 100 meters to go, I'm like, my legs feel good. This is actually happening. But then I had in the back of my mind, I'm like, some of these girls have really good kicks. I've seen them before. And I'm waiting for someone to come and make a move after my move. And just nobody did. And I just kept going and was like, this is actually real. This is crazy. I can't believe it.
Did a fist pump or two, right? That was kind of the celebration there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all you can muster up at the sheer point of exhaustion. Anna Camp-Bennett with us on BYU Sports Nation. She is the national champion in the 1,500 meters, fastest in all the land. I'm sure that sounds amazing. Okay, I know we've talked about some similar things during previous conversations, but take me to the actual race and who or what you are hearing, if anything at all, during your national championship run.
So definitely there at Hayward Field, it's really, even with like the limited people there, it's really loud. It's a really, really fun atmosphere. But I mean, I think you know where I'm going with this. You can always hear Coach Taylor. She's got this voice that will cheer, and she will make sure to be there to cheer. Like she will make sure. And she's usually, so she was there with 100 to go. And I definitely could hear, I don't remember exactly what she was saying, but I could definitely hear her yelling and was like, I don't know. It was just cool because I don't know. Yeah, I can hear Coach Taylor always.
Oh, it sounded something like this. Right? It's like, yeah, that. I'm going to do that. Okay, it's Hayward Field. You still have the cross-country season, but this is your final, race in track. A lot is built up to this moment for you, right? You know you got a chance. You even have teammates in the race that are really, really good. You've already broken the school record, the race before. Did you feel like, hey, I can win the national championship right here? Or is it like, hey, let's just kind of see how the race plays out?
So early into the season, Coach Taylor actually called me and she said, Anna, do you want me to coach you to win a national championship in the 1,500? Because I think that you can. But like, I need to know if that's what you want. And I'm like, yeah, if you think I can, I think I can for sure. So, so I knew, and all season we had talked about it, and there were other girls on the team too that I know, because the thing is, it's just having the right race on the right day, right? So there's lots of people there that definitely have the capabilities to do that. But yeah, going into the race, I knew it was a chance, and I was trying to convince myself that I could still be happy if I didn't win, and so that was I was almost trying to hold myself back from being too excited, like I have a chance, and be like, wait, no, it's still good if you get like in the top 5 or something like that. But I think when I was walking out, I was like, okay, there really is a shot here. So I don't know if that answers the question.
Sure.
But yes.
Sure.
Yes.
That's an incredibly specific vote of confidence from Diljit Taylor to say, I think you can win a national championship in the 1,500 if you'll let me coach you to do so. How would you explain Coach Taylor to somebody that's never met her, that might be thinking about running track and field at BYU?
Oh man, do we have an hour? Because I could talk about how much I've ever for like an
we
hour.
have 10 or 15.
But, no, Coach Taylor is she's unlike any. I personally think she's unlike any coach in the NCAA. When you step on the line, you know that she's done just as much work, if not more, worried just as much, if not more, for your race as you have, which is incredible. And she does do all these extra little things to just really show that like she believes in you, but just the belief that she does have in you, it kind of changes everything. Because she'll never tell you can do something that you can't. Like I've been in that situation too, and she's very, very honest, and I really appreciate that about her. But yeah, I could just go on forever. She's amazing. She really is, and she does expect the best out of you. And so, yeah, I love that about her. She's not going to take it easy on you ever. She's if you want a goal, she will push you to the max to get it. And I love that.
Listen, she brings us food, so we like her even more than a lot of the other assistant coaches who
food,
don't give us food. No, she's great. Okay, let's finish with this. Olympic trials now. Okay. And luckily you have a ton of time to get ready for it. Just kidding. It's this week. I assume that's in the 1,500. And what's that going to be like to go back to the same place where you just won the Natty?
It's going to be super cool. I definitely feel really happy with the season. And so anything from here on is just extra and experience for maybe, years in the future. I don't know. So I think I'm really excited just to go and just gain more experience. I feel I'm excited.
She is the pride of the Millard Eagles, and now that I think about it, it's approximately 100 miles south of Provo. I'm pretty sure you could probably run there, right?
Oh, you might have to talk to the men's team for that. I don't know.
Too far.
Congratulations
That's really
again.
far.
Oh, what an amazing weekend for you. We're thrilled for you. Can't wait to see the hardware. In fact, bring it by the studio anytime. We'll happily display it for you. We might even steal it. But, okay, we won't do that. Anna, congratulations again in all seriousness. Amazing stuff.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are great.
Anna Camp-Bennett on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.